So if you, yes, you, want to hear any lore in particular, no matter what it is, make sure you join the Discord. Once a week, I'll ask a question. First person to get the question right picks lore for the week. This week's lore are the Free States from Fallout 76. Now, I'll be honest. I knew next to nothing about the Free States. When I was playing with Kyle, I don't think we left, there's that highway, that really high bridge that's right there, and there's a cavern. We didn't leave there. I just wanted to build. I just wanted to make a Ron Goldman's lawyering offices. So the Free States, an anarchist group in the U.S. from pre-war, fearing nuclear war and distrusting the U.S. government because of their ties to Vault-Tec, they made their own nuclear shelters, their own bunkers. In what is now known as the Mire on the map, that's where they have several of their bunkers. And within the region around Harper's Ferry, they also have that was also their, base of operations during their staging, during everything that they were trying to get together, was Harper's Ferry. Fun fact about Harper's Ferry, I've been there. Kyle, did you go there with school?
No.
Where did you go? You went to Gettysburg?
Yes, Gettysburg.
Cool. Here's another fun fact. I recently switched jobs, like I know I've said on here before. The one woman I work with is from West Virginia, and she told me the same year I went to Harper's Ferry, she worked there. And now we work together in Colorado. Let me just, this is very far from where we both were. That's a fun story. Harper's Ferry, for those who don't know, pre-war, real life, it's a tourist town. When I went there, I remember my friend bought a very expensive omelet. A very expensive omelet. Even for 2013 or 14 when I was there, it was very expensive. And it's a tourist town. The entire import-export of that town is tourism. Right? Kyle, this sound familiar? Because of the Free States moving in, it put a huge hindrance on the tourism. Now, here's this pseudo-paramilitary group that I'll say in here a little later will then secede from the U.S. to make their own nation, the Free States. That's bad for business when you got when I was reading, I get all my lore off of fallout.fandom.com, and when I read this, I kind of pictured Alex Jones, if Alex Jones had if he had kind of made his own nation state, and he's we gotta take back from the government. They're taking all the radiation and making their frogs gay. That's just the rad toads are becoming homosexuals. It's kind of what I got. I don't know if that's true. Made me laugh, though. Because of all this, they're deemed a pseudo-terrorist group, which isn't good. I don't want that on my LinkedIn. And most of the town refused to work with them. Most of the town said, we're not going to serve you. We're not welcome here. The people who have been there, the people that are exporting tourism. And the U.S. government put surveillance on these people. How threatening must you be as a bunch of just dudes with guns and sticks being the government, to have the government look after you? Not look after you. There's a whole anti-propaganda, or maybe there's a whole propaganda regiment that is put against the Free States. Behind me, I'm sure there's a poster or two where it's the Free State logo, but they made it look like the Chinese communists, and it's the Free States is one step away from communism. It got so bad to the one point that the government actually seized property. They took the property on suspicious activity away from the founder. Now, Kyle, how would you say this name? Raleigh? Raleigh? The dude's name is, I think it's Raleigh. Raleigh Clay. I knew an old man who didn't live far from me back home whose name was Raleigh, but I don't know if that's how it's spelled. But then I thought, is that the fat kid from from Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Raleigh Clay. I'm gonna put a meme up behind me real quick. I know, I'm sorry, editing me. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like we're gonna name our daughter Righefyile, pronounced rifle. Like,
wow.
That's what I see. So Raleigh tries to press charges against the government. And as a response to all of this, the Free States openly secede. They say, we are leaving the United States. We are making our own nation. In September 2077, they went to their bunkers and they said, we're going to wait for the bombs to fall. Good timing, because a month later, the bombs had fallen. The military was already completely stretched thin, so they just decided to ignore these people seceding and going into hiding, which made me think, I don't know if a secession has ever happened in the States, other than, no, there was the Civil War. But, I mean, I wonder if, like, on a smaller scale, like, if I just said, like, Dear Mr. President, like, written in crayon, Dear Mr. President, I am no longer part of this country. The land I have is now mine. And you can't tax me. Love, Vince. Do I get, like, the military at my door the next day? In 2079, the all clear gets put out, so the people of Appalachia know, okay, it's safe for us to leave. We can go. Raleigh Clay and the rest of the Free States, now, like I said, he's the leader. He takes him and his men, and they go to Harper's Ferry, and they fortify it. They make it a absolute fortress. And they make it a trading outpost, too, so people can come in, they can make sure that they're safe. They were helping people. Later on, in Charleston, they linked up with the responders and kind of had a little bit of a back and forth. They were trying to get things moving, shaking, grooving, rocking, rolling. In 2086, not even 10 years, just shy of 10 years, the arrival of the Scorched and the Scorcher. The arrival of the Scorcher beast completely decimates what they have. Their little fortifications, their little this and that they have ready for everybody, and they actually have to leave Harper's Ferry. There's a woman by the name of Abigail Singh, who her and her father are working on the Scorch detection system. The detection system works, and this next part hurts me to say out loud, but info from the Brotherhood of Steel camps states that the Free States created Scorcher Beast lures where they could attract them in, disorient them, and then capture them. And this worked. This was a thing that worked for them. Abigail Singh is the last known Free State person, but her whereabouts are completely unknown. The Scorch detection system that she made was actually destroyed by a fella named David Thorpe, who wound up, him and some other raiders came in and destroyed the entire thing after he impersonated himself as another individual. That's about it. Behind me, throughout this entire segment, should have been some pictures of some paid atomic shop stuff that you can get, some flags or whatnot. That's about everything. That is lore.